Welcome everyone to the Game Horb for some more Mario Kart 8 Deluxe online matches, and we will start when this preview is done. Just see, looking at the different players here. Let's see what's the lowest. Okay, so 10th is the lowest. So let's see how the Tom Bomb's doing. Doesn't look too good. Not sure if he's gonna catch up. So, speaking of catching up, or this might be quite an understatement for what I'm going to tell you, but someone, when I was working, I think yesterday someone was in the parking lot, and supposedly this person, because, we have a different opinion of the virus, calling it, a Chinese virus, whether it's racist, what's the extent of, the government's job to do it. We have different opinions about that. However, this one really went overboard because not only that she drastically downplayed the virus, but supposedly she believed that it's fake or something, and that she started randomly yelling this in the parking lot. I think she told everyone to look up someone named Anthony, whatever his last name was, she said. And let's just, I don't think I'd buy this, but let's just say for the fact that she was telling the truth or something, that this was fake. And there's some guy named Anthony something, I think that's what the first name was, that she wanted us to look up. Randomly saying it in the parking lot, it looks like she discussed it with someone in the, either a different story before she came out of it, and then as she started to leave the store, she started to raise her voice a little bit louder, and then I didn't really try to communicate with her, but some people are a little nuts about it. And some cars are just better to drift than others. It seems like the times I did crash into the wall, I think I realized that it's better to not crash as much if you constantly drift rather than just drifting every now and then. At least as much as you can. It's definitely. I've seen some people snake, like the DS version, but it seems to be much harder. Because you need to do any glitches or hacking with snaking, really. And I'm not sure if I've seen any hacks in this game, unless they have been in my videos and I just haven't noticed them. So maybe it's something like that. Yeah, I had a feeling something was up when the characters on that start to go absolutely haywire. I'm not quite sure if that's my connection. What? Maybe went down for that. Let me try that again, because that was. Because I don't know what you're supposed to do about that. I don't know if there's a device you can buy where you can tell if it's the server's connection or mine. It seems it's happened a few times in this game, more so than I remembered. I don't remember at all this being an issue when playing Splatoon 2. Aside from one match, I remember that where my connection said was unstable, but that was only one time after quite a few matches. And none since then, so... I don't know what to say about that. I guess I'm gonna have to wait again. Yeah, if this happens again, I think, for whatever reason, I think I'm gonna have to try the battle mode. Although actually, the last time that happened was the battle mode, I think, because the match was done and I didn't do well so good, and that was, when I kept going around in a circle and the battling thing, when the race was over, and not much you could do about that. void is definitely being you know, the void of this game. Although, yeah, that was quite a, that was not even a tenth of a pun. That was really bad. He's bouncing into a lot of things. I know I can't fully move for that, but he seems to go in quite a speed. So, oh yeah, that's something's a little off. Hey, I don't know the electronics and all the Wi-Fi components about being connected or not, so it could be complicated system to do. I really don't know how any of that works. Wait, was that the? I don't know. Anyway, let's hope this works better. Well, I'm going easy on you. It's interesting because I don't think people's intentions of playing Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Online is to be, let me go easy on other people, because that could affect my rating. I don't think it's necessarily the case. You think likely the only time you would say that, realistically, is in a setting where you know the person and maybe they're not so good, so you do it just for a little bit of time. Other than that, like, I'm not quite sure how that would semi-apply here. Maybe they should. I probably mentioned this before, which is basically my catchphrase is this. I haven't mentioned this before, but yeah, for the next Mario Kart game, they should improve the messaging system, because a select few like that, I feel like it could be better. You know, done that Nintendo semi-friendly way, hopefully. Okay, so it didn't seem to affect that match. So maybe it was the server. Well, then again, I really don't know. Keep bumping into this. Okay, there we go. Just we're waiting for someone. I think it automatically ends in 30 seconds anyway. It's hard to get below 1,000 points, so I'm not quite sure if they're doing it on purpose. Well, I don't want to quite assume. Also, just not that good. Let's see, I think we're gonna do Cheap Beach, of course. Okay, now I think I made it for all the points I lost during that random X out of the last one before the last one of the match. You know, it's I think one of the this is, I don't know how, this is probably no one's fault necessarily, although I guess it can be in some degree. I think one of the downsides of the virus that maybe no one is talking about is that the only news coverage that you hear about is coronavirus related things and not necessarily like everything else going on in the world. Because the virus is important and it should be discussed in the news media, but I'm not quite sure if the media would ever maybe I'm saying the media in general. That doesn't mean specific people aren't doing this, but I feel like sometimes when a story gets covered in the news so much that some stories are just not as important as some other eyes that they could just get canned out, and I feel like they should cover them as fairly as possible. I don't know how that principle would apply to some items, but I feel like they could figure a way out. Actually, I think I'm gonna look something up while I record this for a moment. Because there is a story I saw earlier this morning, and I just want to make sure I am. I did disconnect my internet when I was recording this, so I don't know if I have enough time to get to it during this match, but let's see, okay, I think here's the story, but I'll read it when after this one. Oh, second to last place. Ugh. Oh no, third one. Nah. Oh wow. So yeah, hopefully this is not fake news because this seems a little bit authoritarian. Okay, so this is from Detroit News from it was actually longer than I thought, but the page will go down. Okay. It's oh. Okay, yeah, so it says, following the lead of other Midwestern states, the governor of Michigan, let's see, or apparently, oh no, not business in the states has suspended in person. No, that's not the story, man. Hold on, let me try searching again. Okay, so this is slightly different. Okay, so I thought this one was in a different state. Okay, so I'm going to try that again next time. The reason why I purposely fell off in the beginning was I thought someone threw a banana somewhere on the ground and it disappeared afterwards when I wasn't looking, so I thought I wanted to check that out. Maybe it was something on the box and I saw instead. Okay, so this is from the New York Post from, okay, let me turn the volume off, or it's still loading. Because the mayor of apparently her the last name is Bowser. What a coincidence! Just like I guess Nintendo's. I think Doug Bowser. I think that's the current president of Nintendo. Okay, how do I mute this? What? Where's the pause button? Okay, so she's threatening residents of DC with 9 days in jail and $5,000 if they leave their homes during the break. Now, I consider myself independent libertarian, so as it says here, the threat of jail is alarming for residents among civil libertarians who point out that at least 5 inmates tested positive for COVID-19 disease. Well, that's a 100 inmate jail near Capitol Hill. Well, I'm not sure if that's really related. So, except for grocery shopping and work deemed essential. Let me read the rest of it in a bit. Keep getting distracted. Oh, no, disappointing. I lost 2 points. It says Monica Hopkins, executive director of the ACLU, or the district committee, told the Post, "We would deeply concerned if anyone was arrested for violating the order." Now, obviously, this would not. Now, obviously, I don't know what the laws of the bill say, or this is just an overview. It could be an over-exaggeration. It may sound enforceable, but even so, if that was the case, then you wouldn't want to see people. You want to throw in jail time if they leave their home, aside from grocery store shopping or deemed essential, which even that might be theoretically the only things that are open. To really put it out there, I don't know. That just seems a bit much. Yeah, I thought I saw this one from either Michigan or some other state. Let's see, Democrats want to drop Joe Biden for Andrew Cuomo poll fine, so that's interesting, but, yeah, that seems absolutely nuts. Yeah, it's crazy. That race is starting. Yeah, I was hoping to discuss that type of thing like in a political channel, as I mentioned before, called the Political War, but I didn't want to do it just by myself, and looks like I'm going to switch to some Dato now. And, I don't know, I mean, I was hoping to do that by now. Even virus or no virus. But still, I kind of wanted to say those things, but as long as I'm not doing it, at least for the moment in time of starting to set it up or something like that, then I might as well mention some political semi stuff then and there on this channel until that happens. Oh, I meant to switch over. I guess I wasn't paying attention. Oh well. Guess that's what happens when you let your mind run wild in a appropriate, legal, moral, ethical way. Okay then. Yeah, I went back and forth quickly again just to see what it looked like. That was a nice view just from. Okay, so now I'm definitely gonna switch to battling for the rest of 10-15 minutes ish or so. I can still hear that noise. Let's see. So I have to wait again. One, two, three. I wonder if someone's actual real name would be just the numbers 1, 2, 3. I mean, 1, 2, 3. We can't really combine them. Like, if I try to combine those words together, just saying them quickly, like 1, 2, 3. Like it still sounds like 1, 2, 3. I don't know if it's like, I don't know. I think maybe if you have like a system where you would say numbers as like letters, or like say numbers differently than what they actually are. It's all boxed up. Wow. Wait, how many are in that one? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I can't even look too fast. I guess that means I didn't see what the timer. So I have them the timer right now, which means the other team won, or the timer didn't run out, so the other team won, or that was behind. Who knows? Who really knows? Maybe the guy with the purple beard and blonde hair knows. Although it looks a little weird. Let's see. I feel like in the mood to do this one. It's between this and the 3DS, because I think I did the Dragon House as one of the most done battle tracks. So I just want to try the others just to, well, not try the others because I've done them all. I've done all the, I might have done all the online maps for the racing and the battling by now, but yes, that's what's it. Okay, let's see how we do. By we, I mean me only. course, 1, 2, 3 got the most points. That's not a surprise. I think I might do probably 2 more matches, and then I'll be done for this time. Of course, 1 through 3 looks like complete bozo and weirdo with big teeth and looks like some character from Bob's Burgers, kind of like what's the guy, Gene? Evil Form Jeans or something. Evil Form Gene. I guess seems that. Maybe like a really some creepy semi-troll doll or something. I don't know. And the guy with the purple beard. Yeah, that looks like strange people. Oh, there's something else that happened the other day too, aside from the woman yelling randomly in the parking lot. So maybe I'll tell him after this match. So basically, what happened was I was walking to my car because there's a separate car for the customers and employees, and I was walking across the exit and entrance of the place where I work, and there was another car coming from the parking lot who was leaving, who at least had a moderate amount of, I mean, I guess I can't describe how much feet, or more than feet, how far it was between where he was starting originally and coming up and when I was going across the crosswalk. And I seemed to walk casually around, or I wasn't a crosswalk technically, but it was a way you could pass from the one side to the other side. And basically, he was going at a moderate speed, so I figured that, and he was still pretty moderately far away, so I figured, okay, well, he's going to slow down or not. He didn't really slow down. He didn't stop in his brakes or anything, but he didn't really slow down until the point where he was looking at me. And then I heard his window roll down, his front seat window turn down, turn behind, and he either asks me or tells me, saying, no, he asked me, are you brain dead? Or something, and then I kind of, whispered to myself, saying, like, well, you were still, like, kind of far or something, and, like, he just drove off angrily or something. Like, it was just so random. I don't know if anything else went in his mind or something, but I don't know. Well, that was way too quick. Well, I said it was going to be the last match, and it's going to be. I am home quarantining, but I do want to keep this video, these videos around an hour. It's basically around that. So yeah, I'll say my usual spiel of the end of the video stuff. Thanks for watching. Please feel free to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe if you haven't already done so, and please feel free to check my other Mario Kart 8. No, I don't know why back and forth like that. My other Mario Kart 8 Deluxe online videos and Splatoon 2 videos, and of course my one video of the mobile game called Tricky 2, which to this day I still have the high score. So if anyone feels free up to be it, just download the app for free. With ads, I guess. Off the store. I think it might be both iPhone and Android. Maybe. Don't quote me on that. I'm not sure about that. I know it's definitely on Google Play, because I would know. I do have the Samsung Galaxy. And that's about it. So thanks for watching, and I see you next time. Bye.